My precious child, this is your Heavenly Father speaking directly to your heart right now. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That quiet stirring inside, the unexplained peace when you think about connection, the sense that something beautiful is shifting in your life. I'm telling you today with all heaven's authority, the person I've prepared for you is already planning to see you. They're thinking about you in ways that would warm your soul if you could hear their prayers. Right now, as you listen to this, they're mapping out steps to cross your path, maybe checking their calendar, asking friends for your number, or simply praying for courage to reach out. This isn't wishful thinking. It's my divine orchestration at work, aligning stars, timing, and hearts for your good. I've seen your journey through loneliness, the nights you wondered if true companionship would ever come. Every rejected date, every faded friendship, every silent dinner alone, none of it was wasted. I used those moments to shape you, to teach you what real love looks like. Patient, kind, enduring all things as 1 Corinthians 13 describes. Now your season blooms. This person isn't a stranger to me. I handpicked them, molded their heart to fit yours perfectly, like puzzle pieces snapping into place. They're not perfect. No one is, but their strengths cover your weaknesses, and yours lift theirs. Together, you'll chase dreams, pray boldly, and build a legacy that glorifies me. They've been in their own refining fire, shedding pride, healing wounds, and crying out for someone like you. Godly character flows from them. Integrity in small choices, generosity without strings, faith that moves mountains. Picture the moment. It could unfold tomorrow at a coffee shop, where eyes lock across the room, or through a mutual friend's casual, "You two should meet." Maybe a work event, church gathering, or even a random online message that feels anything but random. Their heart races, just like yours will, because my spirit connects souls before words are spoken. Proverbs 16 verse 9 assures us we plan our steps, but I direct the path. They're planning now, texting a friend for advice, practicing what to say, feeling that same unexplainable pull toward you. Doubts might whisper to them too. What if they don't feel it? But my peace silences fear, drawing them closer. This meeting isn't rushed, it's ripened by time. You've both grown ready, wiser, humbler, more anchored in me. Why reveal this now? Because preparation meets opportunity. Clean your heart of past baggage, forgive those who hurt you, release comparisons, and embrace joy. Stay rooted in my word. Psalm 37 verse 4 says, "Delight in me, and I'll give your heart's desires." They're drawn not just to your smile or success, but to the light of Christ shining through you. Expect confirmation signs, butterflies in your stomach at the thought, their name popping up unexpectedly, dreams that feel prophetic, or songs on the radio echoing your story. Numbers like 11:11 might appear, nudging you to pray. These aren't coincidences. They're my love language, whispering, "Trust me, it's happening." As they plan, angels clear obstacles, cancel conflicting schedules, spark mutual connections, soften hardened hearts. Some of you have brushed past them already. A brief chat at an event, a like on social media, eyes meeting in passing. That spark wasn't imagination, it was preview. Now, momentum builds. They'll reach out soon, maybe with, "I've been meaning to connect," or "Let's grab coffee." Respond with openness, but wisdom. Let conversations flow naturally, sharing testimonies, dreams, vulnerabilities. Iron sharpens iron. Proverbs 27 verse 17. You'll challenge each other toward holiness, deeper prayer, bold obedience. Laughter will echo in shared stories. Comfort wrap around quiet evenings. Passion ignite kingdom adventures. Challenges may arise, family opinions questioning too fast, old insecurities surfacing, distance seeming impossible. Stand firm. What God joins, no one separates. Matthew 19:6 declares. Pray together early, make me the center. This union multiplies blessings, emotional healing through empathy, financial wisdom shared, spiritual growth exploding. Families unite, ministries launch, testimonies inspire thousands. You're not just meeting a person, you're stepping into destiny, doubled. They've prayed specifically for you, your quirks, your calling, your past victories. God showed them glimpses, stirring urgency to act. There's a story happening right now, and you're a key part of it. But hey, you're not the only character in this story. It feels like there's someone coming your way, but you can't quite figure out how they're getting closer. Their journey is already connecting with yours in God's perspective. As you go about your day, they're out there making choices, taking action, and changing course, all of which will eventually bring them right to you. Sometimes you can feel a little spark in your spirit before you actually see the evidence of it in your hands. That stirring is like eternity softly saying it's already started. Imagine a seed tucked away in the earth, just waiting to push through the surface. There's a lot going on just below the surface of life. Roots are spreading out, and cells are getting busy multiplying. There's a whole process happening in the dark that you can't see with your eyes. That's how it goes with the promises of God. What you see as empty land, heaven sees as a field ready to bloom and greet you with a bountiful harvest. As you think about whether there's still hope, God is already working behind the scenes to bring everything together for that reunion to take place. I'm not referring to far-off chances or unclear commitments. I'm referring to actual movements that are already in progress. This person is already making some practical adjustments. There are some preparations going on right now that you wouldn't even believe. We're already in the final phase now. The Lord's got more than just hearts to work on these days. He's getting calendars in order, opening doors, syncing up schedules, and setting everything up just right for you two to catch up again. When God decides to set the stage for something He has in mind, everything just falls into place perfectly, like only He can do. Today, you're going to notice some clear signs that show this person is getting ready for you both to meet up. Here are some signs you might have overlooked, not realizing they were clues pointing to a divine plan unfolding. Get ready. What you're about to find out in just a few minutes is going to change your anxiety into excitement and your doubt into confidence. There's something going on in the life of this person that God has set aside for you, and it's more than what you can see right now. As you go about your daily life, this person is making some changes that really click when you realize that God is setting the stage for a reunion. So, this person is finally getting their life together in a way they haven't in ages. This isn't just a coincidence, it's like a heavenly setup. They might be working on some pending issues, like getting their home in order and nurturing the relationships that needed some love. When God gets someone ready for a big encounter, He starts by tidying up that person's emotional and practical surroundings. You've got to prepare before you can place anything. God really knows how to design things, doesn't He? He always thinks things through before making any decisions. The creation story in Genesis offers a lovely example of this. Before God put Adam in the Garden of Eden, the Bible mentions that He first planted the garden. He packed it with all the beautiful trees that also provided good food. He set up everything Adam would need, not just to get by, but to really flourish. This is more than just a moment in history. It's all about the spiritual side of God's fatherly nature. He gets everything ready for you. He gets you ready for the place. Your time of waiting isn't a time of wasting. It's a time for thoughtful preparation. If you're sensing that spiritual restlessness, it's likely because God is busy planting your garden right now. He's working on shaping your character. He's taking care of the seeds of your gifts. He's pulling out the weeds of past hurts, insecurities, and old ways of thinking. Lots of people think that God won't give you a blessing if your character isn't strong enough to handle it. Have you thought about it? Getting a blessing too soon can feel more like a weight than a gift. If an opportunity shows up before you're ready to handle it, it can really weigh you down. If you jump into a relationship before really getting to know and love yourself, and before you find your completeness in God, it's likely to bring more pain than meaning. When you get that strong feeling to start preparing, or you suddenly want to get your house in order, whether that's spiritually, financially, or emotionally. That's definitely not just a random thought. That's the Holy Spirit showing you a glimpse of the plan. He's giving you a heads up that the placement is on its way. It seems like your intuition is sensing that something significant is about to happen, almost like there's some exciting groundwork being laid in the background that you can't quite see yet. God is preparing you because the person He's bringing into your life, the opportunity He's creating, needs you to be healed, whole, and really confident in who you are in Him. Feeling a bit uncomfortable at the moment doesn't necessarily mean that something's off. It usually means you're moving on from your old season. You're getting ready for some new wine, and God is gently crafting you into a new wine skin. Indicators. It seems like God is getting you ready for a special connection. All right, let's dive into relationships, because for a lot of you, that's really what this is all about. It seems like you're sensing that God is getting you ready for an important, divinely orchestrated relationship. This is a really personal and special space. So, discernment really is everything. These signs aren't a strict formula, but they can definitely serve as faith-based indicators that encourage you to dive deeper into prayer and strengthen your relationship with God. The first sign, and probably the strongest one, is this deep, unexplainable sense of peace. This isn't merely about not having conflict. It's the real, visible sign of God's sovereignty. Paul referred to it as the peace of God that goes beyond all understanding. It's a kind of peace that seems a bit puzzling when you look at it on paper. Looks like you might still be flying solo. It's totally normal to have those longings, but honestly, you're not feeling anxious about it at all, right? It seems like you're not really pushing yourself. You're feeling reassured that everything happens in God's perfect timing. This peace protects your heart and mind from the urge to accept anything less than what God has in store for you. When you feel this peace, you can easily say no to the wrong connections, since you're not coming from a place of desperation. It shows that your heart is in sync with the Father. Have you ever thought about why you can't see what's happening on the other side? God often hides the process to keep it safe. Some movements are just too special to share right away. Some plans just can't handle what others think about them. He protects them until the right moment comes. And when that moment arrives, what you once thought was distant will suddenly be right there in front of you. This is where you really come into play. It's important not to rush things or try to control the outcome, but instead to stay committed to what you're meant to do. As things unfold behind the scenes, how you carry yourself during this time is important. Your prayer in life is important. It's important to follow through on what's expected. Your words really count, especially since you're not just sitting around waiting for something to happen. You're getting ready for it. You're getting yourself ready so that when it comes into your life, you won't be caught off guard. Hey, I know some of you might feel like you've been overlooked, but I want to tell you today you are definitely not overlooked. You're a bit on the quiet side. There's a difference. So, when we say overlooked, we're talking about something that's been forgotten. And reserved refers to something that's set aside for a specific moment that hasn't come around yet. Your name is on a table that's all set for you. Even if you can't hear the invitation just yet, the host has already picked out your spot. No one and nothing can take the spot that heaven has set aside just for you. So, don't overlook the unseen movement. Just because there's silence doesn't mean there's nothing going on. There are some chats going on right now that you haven't joined in on yet. There are prayers being said for you that you might not even know about. Hearts are being stirred for you, and you might not even know it. This just shows that heaven is already on the move. When the time is right, nothing on this earth can stop it from coming your way. When the curtain finally goes up and you see what's been set up, you'll understand it was never really delayed. It was always coming around. Your wait is worth it. Your faith truly matters. Your God is right on time. He's really spot on. He's on the move even now. Just stay where you are. Keep your heart calm. And remember this, what's meant for you is already on its way, and it'll show up just when it's supposed to, even before you meet it in person. There's a part of them that already gets it. There's a kind of recognition that just doesn't make sense through natural attraction or human logic. It's really not about how things look, where you stand, or when it happens. It's all about a divine alignment that was set in motion long before you took your first breath, back when heaven penned your story. It put a little something in their heart that would stir when the time was just right. And even now, that understanding is starting to awaken. They might not have all the details just yet. They might not even be able to express it completely. But there's a little voice inside them that says, "I've been here before. I already knew this. This is a piece of my journey." You really can't buy into the idea that they don't know or don't care. Honestly, the Spirit has already called out your name in places you haven't even visited yet. Your identity in God is already resonating in their hearts long before your words reach their ears. Divine recognition isn't just about knowing someone well. It's all about getting in sync with heaven's plan. Imagine how Elizabeth's baby jumped in her belly when Mary came into the room. That definitely wasn't just a coincidence. That was one spirit connecting with another, finding your destiny, recognizing your destiny. It just happened. No explanation, no introduction, and no need to prove anything. Even now, it seems like heaven has been quietly working in the background, helping them shape their desires, fine-tuning their vision, and making them yearn for something they can't quite put into words. They're starting to crave the qualities that God has been developing in you while you've been waiting, the prayers you've whispered when no one's around, the tears you've cried while letting go, the lessons you've picked up in that special spot. These have been getting you ready to connect with the deep desires in their heart. This person that God has set aside for you is making those last internal tweaks. We're seeing the last of the resistance being broken down. We're just clearing up the last few doubts. The Holy Spirit is giving that final boost of courage we need. Once we wrap up these adjustments, we'll jump right into action. You'll know when the moment arrives because everything will just click into place effortlessly. You won't need to put in any effort to make it happen. It's just going to happen, plain and simple. No need to push for conversations or set up situations. They'll make themselves happen. That's how it goes. When God takes the reins, everything just seems to fall into place perfectly. The story of Rebecca in Genesis shows us how God orchestrates the encounters that are meant to happen. Abraham's servant prayed for a clear sign, and just like that, God made Rebecca show up right at the perfect time. Just go ahead and do what was asked for, confirmation, and maybe even throw in a little extra if you can. When God sets up a meeting, the details are just too spot on to be a coincidence. What's ahead for you isn't just a repeat of what's already happened. It's all about how you both can grow together when you're on the same page with what God has in store for you. This person isn't coming back the way they used to be. You're different now too. This reunion is going to spark a totally fresh relationship. Get ready to meet even better versions of yourselves. Get ready for richer chats, stronger bonds, and a more solid kind of love. Get ready to see that the time we spent apart actually had its purpose. It was a time for personal growth, helping you connect with the right people when it mattered most. So, you know what really gets me worried? It's tough to watch souls on the brink of this beautiful reunion, yet still holding on to unhealed wounds that might transform God's greatest gift into something painful. You might see yourself in this, worrying that history might just come around again. It's that nagging feeling that tells you you're not good enough, or that inner critic that ruins the most wonderful moments with harsh doubts. If you're here, it's a sign that something wonderful is on the way for your love life, thanks to God's plan. But deep down, you know you have to be genuinely prepared to embrace and maintain this love. This guide on attracting and recognizing true love is designed just for that. It aims to help heal the wounds that hold you back from love and shows you how to create a strong emotional foundation for your new relationship. You'll find it in the first pinned comment, just waiting for those ready to dive into some inner work. Your heart already has the answer if it's meant for you. God makes sure every process has its purpose. Everything you've picked up during this waiting time, all the emotional growth you've experienced, and the closeness you've built with God, it's all going to help create something even better than what you had before. When the reunion comes around, it'll feel like you're both finally ready for each other. It's not just about how you feel right now, but about the strong foundation you both built together through the process. Let's get our hearts ready to embrace what you're sending our way. Help us see your work around us and give us the smarts to know when to take action. When the moment arrives in May, I hope we're both ready to embrace the purpose you have for us. We're handing this process over to you entirely, trusting that your will is good, perfect, and pleasing in Jesus' name. Absolutely. If this word resonated with you and you saw a bit of your own story in it, just know it wasn't by chance. It's like a little reminder from God that He hasn't forgotten about you, and trust me, the best is still on its way. Keep your faith strong. Stay wise in your preparations, because He will definitely keep His promise. If this content has helped you out and you think it should be shared with more folks, there's an easy way to support this channel. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, just hit the thanks button below. Every little bit counts and really helps keep this space thriving. I'm really glad to have you here with me.